So far what we did till now, we have seen how the VPC, subnets, EC2 instances, and a Lambda function. Apart from that, we have seen how we can create that database, RDS database, and for those services, we have seen the security aspects. Those security aspects, we have seen how we can encrypt our data using the AWS managed key, or how we can encrypt our data using our managed key that can be symmetric, asymmetric. Apart from that, we have also seen that secret. Suppose we have some credentials that we are trying to store, so we can store those in our secret manager, which can be used over there. So we can have our secrets over here. So it's like we have seen so far these many services. Now, we have seen the infrastructure, we have seen S3, we have seen RDS, we have seen EC2, we have seen VPC, we have seen a lot of services. And we haven't touched base the networking security, means we've seen the encryption, how the security and all will be. But networking, we will touch base. Okay. But all these aspects, we have seen the security means we have to implement the security over here. So there should be some dashboard, means it will be very good for us if we have any dashboard where we can see how much secure our environment is and what all practices is there, what all is lagging, so that we can implement those. So it can be like we can have a more secure environment, and it can be those. And it should show us what is lagging, what is not lagging. Okay, because we will be having security with respect to IAM. We are seeing the roles and all we are providing. We will be that role we are attaching to our EC2, S3, we are attaching to services. Apart from that, we are implementing. So at the end, we have to see how we can implement. We can see those dashboard where we can see all those resources of which are secure, which is not secure, what is our security score actually. Okay, so for that, we use a service called Security Hub. Okay, it is a place where you can get a comprehensive view of the security state. It means how our security is. We define how some predefined standards are there. Okay, so for that we can see a dashboard over here. So Security Hub is like a view you will get what is the security expert, how much secure our network is in our complete AWS environment is. Okay, and that standard will be like company standard, industry standard, and the best practices that are baselined by the AWS. That we don't have to do anything. That is provided by the AWS side that these are the best practices, these should be there. On that basis, I will rate myself. So they will tell us. So what it will do, it will collect the data across the AWS account. It won't be like for one service you have to configure. It will consolidate the service security for the e-services like S3, VPC, okay, yeah, EC2 instances like that it will give. And it will give you for the resources also. Suppose under EC2, you have created any specific EC2 machine. For that machine also, it will tell you that this is not secure. Okay. So, and with this, what will help? It will help us to see some error, which is some critical security, which is not, we haven't secured that. So we'll get those insights over here. Okay, this is like priority one, which we have to make it more secure. Like this, we can do those. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one of, so this is like one of the part which we can do those. Okay, and with it will be like you will get those finding based on the resources as well as the time. Okay, means it won't be like now, so it will be like on the timely basis you will get those, and it on the base of resource. So like we just have to enable it. We just don't have to do much work on that. We just have to enable it. AWS do on our behalf. It will go through the resources and it will give us the result. So means these are the services which are very critical whenever we are going for any project work, any implementation. So means if you're appearing for any interview or if you are going for any project, in that case they will ask. So we have to say that we worked on these security services. We have implemented it. I mean, these are the services which we can't skip. Okay, when it comes to the security part. So in that it will come KMS is by default and secret manager up. Then it will come to the security hub. These are the services which we have to use it. These will be means you have to. So this is one snippet. Okay, you can see that AWS Foundation Security Best Practices. That is a version by AWS. This is not which we have created. This is offered by AWS. And it is telling us it is 89%. Okay, I will go to Security Hub. I can see the security standards. In this, they will give us the overview of this. Yeah, your environment is this much secure. Okay. After that, they will be like CIS. CIS means it's like a hardening. You can say internet security means they have certain parameter, they have benchmark. Means how we will harden our system, how we will make our system. Suppose we are going for any organization, they will have their certain rules that you can access YouTube only for 1 hour, or some website like suppose any website like Simply Learn or Edureka, it's not accessible over there. They can only make access for Udemy. Okay, so those are the benchmark that organization has set. So same way, CIS, AWS has also said that. So it's like a CIS hardening. We tell them in normal thing. When we'll provision any virtual machine, any EC2 instance, so that time we have to harden our system. So it should be like your password should always be alphanumeric. It should be like this much. So all those rules we will be setting up. Okay, so that is called hardening a system. Over here, it is like CIS AWS Foundation benchmark. Benchmark. So over here, security organization. Over here, most of the companies will follow over there. They will be registering over here. They will get the benchmark file from them, which they can customize it, but they can use over their benchmarks also. They offer those services. Okay, they offer different. So they will offer like they offer for Debian Linux like this. So on those purpose, they have certain parameters which we can download their file and we can customize that. So there will be some dedicated team that they will be working on. Okay, we will be just like we will be running those scripts. After that, when you will go with security, so suppose I click on this 89, so over here I get like CS Foundation is 39, its security best practices is this much, and it will ask us what all things we have to enable and all. Okay, so what it basically does means what are the features why we should go for this? Because see, it is giving you the complete overview. So it is reducing our effort that we have to go for each service and see the securities parameter. So it is like it is make us very smooth for us. So to collect and prioritize findings that okay, this is the critical one, this is the, so in that way it will be done from the AWS side. And for this, we don't have to run those sub. Suppose we got that parameter also. So we don't have to run for service by service. It will be done by for the from the security hub only. They will only do in our behalf. They will continuously do those services, those runs. And that will be an account level for all the resources. It won't be like they will do only for S3 or they will do that. They will do for all the services across the account and they will give us the findings. Okay. So like we over here we have seen that 89%. So when I will open this, okay, sorry. So you will get like this, how many failed, how many passed, you can, and how many, 1 second, let me expand it. Okay, how many passed, how many failed, how many were enabled. So this enabled and all, they will be having certain ones which they have baseline. You can enable more approximate. So like that, they can say for IAM, means we have seen the IAM. We haven't enabled MFA. For ECR, ECR like container registry where we'll push our images, Docker images. Okay, it's a private repository should have image scanning configured. Means for that image scanning we haven't did. Image scanning is basically used to check the vulnerabilities. Suppose any code we have and that if the code is like quite corrupted. Okay. So in that there will be like certain image will have certain virus or something. So we have to check that vulnerability. So for that we have a tool called twistlog.